greatest carnivore to ever walk the earth. And quite possibly our most prized and spectacular attraction in the entire park. Three-horned and mighty, the Triceratops is our local gentle giant. One that'll melt hearts and draw astonishment from all our guests for years to come. It was always our endeavor to bring back creatures not just great, but small too. Compsognathus is the culmination of that dream, realized by science. A lumbering giant with great plates upon its back and spikes on its tail. STEGOSAURUS will be sure to enthrall everyone who visits the park. Raptors have been our greatest challenge to bring back from extinction. Ferocious and intelligent, they are a marvel of Cretaceous evolution. Imagine a birdcage greater than any ever built, housing the largest flying creatures you ever saw. Our Pteranodon aviary is that dream fulfilled.
Yes, guys, how cool was that? I think that was brilliant to have a John Hammond impersonator sort of talking about the dinosaurs and having a very cool themed species profile for them. I think that's absolutely insane. Frontier went all out, and as you guys could tell, our first in-game look at the Pteranodon and the tiny cute Compsognathus. I literally just recorded a video, and just as I finished, this one comes out. So my next video is going to be my not reaction, but before I even knew this was a thing. But yeah, as you can see, right at the start of the video, if I'm editing this correctly, we have a cool looking sort of thing, like hacking device, what Lex did in the movie, where we're able to see the species profile. And if we stop it perfectly, it says Tyrannosaurus rex, Compsognathus, Pteranodon, Raptor, Stegosaurus, and Triceratops. However, I may be looking too deep into this. If you look at the rest, it says locked, and that's relatively insane. I'm sorry, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other possible dinosaurs that are locked. Now, I highly doubt that this is the case for like new dinosaurs. We obviously know that maybe the Parasaur is going to be in there, the Brachiosaur might be in there, and a few other dinosaurs that we've seen in Jurassic Park, maybe even the Dilophosaurus. But another one that loads of people do want is the Stegosaurus, and obviously, as you know, Stegosaurus was around in 1993. Sadly, didn't make the cut in the movie, but it was in the park during the movie's time. So hopefully that is a new indication that we could be getting a few more species profiles. But I think it's absolutely insane. So we'll move on here and loading in to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Absolutely gorgeous looking creature. We have little Hammond's log about it, talking about the species profile of the T-Rex, and he says how great the T-Rex is. And moving on to the first one, we have the goat coming out with a brand new sort of fencing in the background, as you can see. And I think they're pretty cool fences, if you ask me. I don't think there's relatively much in the background going on, if you ask me. I can't really see anything. There's probably like there's some like chain link at the bottom. But that's about it. That's all I really see. But obviously a new goat feeder sort of thing, where it's in the little pen as we saw in the movie as well. Moving on to the second clip. Again, I don't think it gives off much. Just the sort of slightly reskinned, remodeled Tyrannosaurus Rex giving off a gorgeous little cry. Again, in the background, can't really see much, so we're not really going to talk about that. So we move on to our second species, which is the Tyrannosaurus ceratops. Yeah, I wish. Brand new hybrid. Triceratops, which is a three-horned and mighty Triceratops. As you can can tell. A brand new reskin. I believe there's more sort of points on its frill, as it gives off a nice little cry again. And moving on to the first clip, we get to see it laying down, which is very similar to what we saw in Jurassic Park, where it's sick and weary. So I think that's absolutely cool to sort of see that. Again, it's nice to know with the social that there's one in the background as well. So moving on to the second clip, I believe this is probably just after the clip we saw in the actual trailer. So we see it shaking its head, which I think is pretty cool. Again, not much, as we've already pretty much seen this image. Obviously, nice little new remodel, making it look a little bit chunkier, and a new skin, as it gives off the same cry we see in the current teaser trailer, which I thought was quite alright, nothing too much. But then we move on to something that's absolutely crazy and brilliant. It was always our endeavour to bring back creatures not just great, but small too. Breeding Compsognathus is the culmination of that throughout our achieved through science. Jesus Christ, I butchered that. But yeah, the Compsognathus, as we can see, it looks like a Compsognathus. I was kind of worried if it looked too much like the Pteranodon, but in my opinion, they didn't butcher it. They made it brilliant. They made the Compsognathus look like the Compsognathus, and I really love the look of it. I think it's absolutely insane. So we move on to our first clip of the Compsognathus, which is just adorable. It's bloody adorable. As we know, Stegs confirmed that these dinosaurs are free roaming, so we'll have these dinosaurs running about our park in any enclosure we pretty much desire, and they will officially be the new smallest dinosaur. Sorry, Homalocephaly. But as you can see the sheer tiny size of it, and it's in a social group of 5, so obviously we know it's probably going to be social creatures. In my opinion, I may think that this dinosaur is probably going to be one of the dinosaurs with the highest minimum social requirement, obviously because they're so small. They would like to hunt in packs or scavenge in packs, as we know from Jurassic Park The Lost World. When they attacked, I forgot his name, but in the little river there was tons of them, absolutely tons of them, and I hope that that's going to be the case. Obviously, I think the most dinosaurs we can have for population's sake is 25, and I think the highest social is 23 or 24. So we'll have to see how that goes, and hopefully we can break the 30 barrier with Compsognathus. Just 30 Compsognathus just running about. I think that'll be absolutely insane. But yeah, in the first clip you see 5 of them sort of looking around each other, and you can see how small they are compared to small grass. They're tiny. Oh, they're tiny. I hope they can attack guests though. I hope that's the case. And I just love the look of him. One of them's doing a really cute scratching with its tail in the air. One of them's sort of calling out, making sure he's looking about, or she's looking about. And I just love the look of the Compsognathus, in my opinion. The other 3 in the background just look cute as well. They're just gorgeous, let's be honest. But we move on to probably the best clip ever, the most cutest clip ever. Before we even thought Compsognathus was coming into the game, I generally said if Compsognathus doesn't come into the game, maybe we'll get a new feeder that will release bugs, so the Compsognathus could attack the bugs or chase the bugs about. But it looks like we're going to have to use the same huge feeder for them, where they will attack meat or eat meat. And we'll have to wait and see if they interact with goats or anything like that. Which I think is going to be cool. But yeah, looking at the clip, it's just adorable how you just see the Compsognathus just digging in there, and you see it turning around like a cat trying to take its treat away. My cats do that a lot, and I thought it was just cute to see it walk away and then hop with meat in its mouth, and then hop off the feeder and then start eating. It's adorable. It's so adorable. It looks up before it starts feeding on it as well, which I just think is so cute, in my opinion. I love the look of the Compsognathus, and I'm definitely going to have a sort of my own species profile on the Compsognathus as soon as I get the chance to use it. Again, in the background, I don't really see much. In the previous clip, I did see that banana tree, but again, I think it might just come with the foliage. Fencing in the background has the anti-climb that I was on about, but sadly apparently raptors won't be able to climb, so that's quite sad as opportunity missed out. But it does seem like we don't really have any special fences, or these dinosaurs could remain with other dinosaurs. But I do think that chain link at the bottom of the fences are going to be for the Compsognathus, so it doesn't just pop out. There is another thatched building in the background. I don't quite know what it is. Obviously it looks like a brand new building to me because of how bright the thatch wood is at the top. So it could be a restaurant, could be a shop, something like that. But it's nice to see that we are going to have new buildings. But again, the Compsognathus is so cute. So then we move on to another dinosaur, which has actually got a big remodel and reskin, which is the Stegosaurus. Gorgeous looking Stegosaurus, as you can see, with its just little bright cool. I believe it does look relatively different than we did see from the image. So I'll probably have to check that out and see if that's any different. But the Stegosaurus is looking gorgeous, and in the first clip, again, What does it look like? Wide open plains. Wide open plains yet again, which does suggest that maybe this Site B could be happening on Isla or at least start with a Site B on Isla and then turn it into a park. But yeah, I mean, it does look like it's been remodeled. Obviously, the snout is a little bit smaller, the head's a little bit smaller, and I think the body's just all around a bit bigger, and the spikes look a bit bigger as well. But this does sort of make me question exactly what that Stegosaurus we saw that was remodeled in that screenshot was, because it looks a lot younger than these ones we see here. So we'll have to sort of identify that, see if there is going to be breeding and young dinosaurs. We'll have to wait and see about that. No confirmation, obviously, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll do a little bit more evidence searching for that. If no evidence, I probably won't make a video on it. But in the background, again, not much is given away, besides a few trees that we've already seen and just a wide open plain. Now moving on to the second clip of the Stegosaurus is probably the best clip of the Stegosaurus we get. Look at those gorgeous redwood trees in the background. We know this is Isla Sorna because of those redwood trees. And if you ask me, these redwood trees make, I don't know, just makes the scene look so incredible. I can just imagine my dinosaurs walking through those redwood trees. Because let's be honest, all of these games like Path of Titans and The Isle and all of that always have a big redwood forest. And that's how you feel dinosaurs lived in this redwood forest. And I think that's just insane if you ask me. And just the look of them in the background, I love it. I really do love it. And I hope that we get to see a lot more sets of trees similar to this that give off the same effect. And we know this is Isla Sorna because of the redwood trees. I'm just excited, and hopefully we can place these down. But I just think it's absolutely cool. But same use of animation there. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, including the one in the foreground, all in that screenshot. Or that screen. And yeah, so moving on to our next one, which loads of you guys love the remodel, and I love the remodel as well. VELOCIRAPTOR. VELOCIRAPTOR has been slightly remodeled, as you can tell by the eyes and the sort of snout area. It looks like it's been remodeled, but if we look at the first clip, moving on to the first clip, we can see the new bunker. We obviously knew that these visitor bunkers were going to happen. It's clear to see that they're going with a theme where every Jurassic World building we have are going to have a Jurassic Park themed element with this return to Jurassic Park. So I'm excited to see how exactly this bunker is going to play out. If it's very similar, because I don't know how they're going to use it, but as you can tell, it's very, very reminiscent to the ones we see in the movie. So I'm excited to see how that goes down. And obviously you can see they're out running about, which does suggest in my next video that I talk about the missions that we'll have to tranquilize these dinosaurs and put them back into their enclosure, which you can see in the background, again with anti-climb, which I still wish that Frontier do add Velociraptors to climb fences, and that's the whole purpose, to have an anti-climb fence. I think that's an opportunity missed if they don't do that, but all in all, it's just looking incredible. So yeah, the Velociraptors just give a nasty snarl in the first clip. And then into the second clip here, you can see it right outside the Jurassic Park gates, which does make me question, what are the gates used for? Are they just going to be a new attraction that we can have, or something like that? Can we add it onto the end of fences like an actual gate that we have like currently in the game? Maybe this could be the new gate. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that. But it's showing off the gate in the background with the new really tall fences, and obviously the gorgeous looking remodeled Velociraptor looking very mischievous, which I love the look of, giving a nice little growl there as well. But yeah, so the next one, Pteranodon. Everybody loves the Pteranodon. Just looking at the Pteranodon as it loads in. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It just jumps and it starts flying about. What my favourite part about this is that you can hear the flapping. Hopefully we can hear the flapping when we look in the aviary. But moving on to the first clip, we can see the Pteranodon make some calls, and we can see it in the Jurassic Park 3 aviary, which looks incredible. And I just love the look of it. I really do. It's our Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodon as well. It's not our Jurassic Park 2 one, sadly, but it is our Jurassic Park 3. Another cool thing is seeing the Pteranodon's can I even talk? What's the word? You know, just swoop down. There we go. You can see it swoop down onto the second clip, and I just think it looks incredible. But that does add my theory, and many others, if we can actually go into the aviary and watch the dinosaurs. It does actually seem like watching that dinosaur swoop down, it's either that you can select these dinosaurs and it has their own camera, or there's going to be similar to a viewing gallery where we have to click on the camera and view them that way. So it's interesting to see how these dinosaurs are going, or these aerial reptiles, whatever you want to call them, flying reptiles, are going to play out in the aviary. But nonetheless, they are definitely a welcomed addition into Jurassic World Evolution. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been the Jurassic World Return to Jurassic Park species profiles. Hopefully we get many more of these yet to come, because as you can tell, there are 10 from the start. There are 10 more species profiles yet to come. I'm excited to see exactly how they are. Obviously, these are dinosaurs that we've already seen before in the past, but they are remodeled in ever so slightly. I think the one that has been least remodeled is either the T-Rex or the Triceratops. We'll have to wait and see if the Brachiosaurus is going to get a species profile, or maybe, hopefully, the Stegosaurus. We don't know about that yet. But I think that's it for this video. Obviously, I've got another video coming out later, and probably another one coming out later. Busy guy today, very busy guy. But thank you, Frontier, for posting this species profile, and I hope you guys do enjoy the rest that you watch on this species profile. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Obviously, like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. It's been Swerve, and peace out.
Park. Three-horned and mighty, the Triceratops is our local gentle giant. One that'll melt hearts and draw astonishment from all our guests for years to come. It was always our endeavor to bring back creatures not just great, but small too. Compsognathus is the culmination of that dream, realized by science. A lumbering giant with great plates upon its back and spikes on its tail. Stegosaurus will be sure to enthrall everyone who visits the park. Raptors have been our greatest challenge to bring back from extinction. Ferocious and intelligent, they are a marvel of Cretaceous evolution. Imagine a birdcage greater than any ever built, housing the largest flying creatures you ever saw. Our Pteranodon aviary is that dream fulfilled.